Well, the truth of the matter is that the main theme of this movie, and in fact all of the Apes movies, really are about empathy and the peril of a situation if we live in a world as human beings where we lose the ability to be empathic towards another culture, another society, a different people, a different species, the planet. What happens if we lose that ability to really put ourselves in the position of the other people, the other kind, the other culture? And that is really the approach that all of these films, going back to the 1968 original Planet of the Apes movie, they were always written as social commentary, as well as being grand entertainment. And that is the beauty of this metaphor, is that, and why it's been a privilege to be part of this franchise, because you can operate on a global stage to a wide audience of people in the guise of great entertainment, and yet say something that is incredibly important, meaningful, emotional, and hopefully will connect with an audience in a profound way. And to have that balance is why I think these films have had such a long reign. Now it's 50 years, why they keep coming back and why they are becoming classic stories, because to have allegories that can really speak to the human condition is what we need at the moment in the world. Storytelling is really one of the ways that we can save ourselves. We obviously live in very dangerous, confused, ideologically mixed up times, and as we know, the response to that, the human response to that is to move further and further towards simplistic answers to conflict and to have knee-jerk reactions to and find simple ways and emotionally irrational but easy ways to find solutions to the world's problems. And the world is suffering from leadership that is simplistic. And I think what's so beautiful about the metaphor of using apes to see ourselves is that every single character in this movie, whether they're an ape actually or human, are morally, that their moral compass shifts and they change, and they're not black and white. There's no villains and there's no good people completely in these movies. They're full of grey areas. Caesar, as a character, who, although he's a noble character, still is flawed. He has killed Cobra, the ape in the previous movie, which goes against everything that he ever believed in. And although he's a leader that's trying to bring about a peaceful solution to the conflict between humans and apes, he still is now filled, once the events that happen at the beginning of the movie affect him, he's filled with a rage and hatred for human beings. For the first time in his life, he loses empathy. So this film is very much about how important it is to be empathic. And finally, of course, Caesar is enabled by looking into the eyes of the person he wants to kill to find empathy once more.